Hey guys, welcome back to Say What Reacts. We are back again with part nine of the BU Storyline. Hails, yeah.
Hell yeah.
I'm super excited. So this is going to wrap up the short films, not the Wings era. Wings era wraps up after Blood, Sweat, and Tears, I believe. But this will wrap up the short films. And it ends with Jin.
Gotcha.
The one that is not partnered, it seems.
Yeah.
The mystery, the one that's more of a mystery than the rest. I did give you a little hint and said, I know you're usually good at paying attention to things.
Right.
They've been flashing a lot of stuff in these videos.
Right.
Just pay attention. I'm not even talking about stuff flashing. Just pay attention to
the whole,
to everything that is being put forth. There might be a couple things in here that you won't understand, and you wouldn't be able to understand them yet.
Because again, this is a timeline. This is a story.
Yeah.
Not a timeline per se. This is a story that they're telling.
Exactly.
Right.
What was I gonna say? I don't know. Okay, so yeah, let's
do it.
All right, so let's do this. Jin, Awake is the name of the song. And might help if I put that on the screen. Awake is the name of the song, and pause warning is above my head because we might pause to talk about some stuff. This is a reaction after all, so we will be reacting and talking. So yeah, let's do this shit.
The bird fights its way out of the egg. The egg is the world. Who would be born must first destroy a world. The bird flies to God. That God's name is Abraxas.
So.
Mm.
Hmm.
There's a lot of crazy shit going on in that video.
So let's start with like the things you noticed.
Mm.
So, what things did you notice?
The Abraxas wallpaper.
Yeah. I totally missed that. Someone had to point it out to me.
No, that was very easy to see.
Yeah.
Now that there's like a name attached to that, now I know what that symbol is, because I knew it was a figure of something, but I couldn't make out what it was. But
yeah,
now
you're like, oh yeah, because you're like, that sounds familiar. Hold up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel like I may not have like read this book, but I may have had like a discussion about it, like for a project or something. And I probably like in my teenage years just like fuck that.
Possibly. You read the Cliff Notes instead of the book.
Yeah. I was probably like 17 or some shit.
Possibly.
Yeah, I think I did it for like a psychology or philosophy class in high school, some shit, for some program. But then like a lot of the quotes too, it's like I've heard these things before.
You're like, this seems very familiar.
It's more than just familiar.
I wonder if maybe you have
read it
at one point
and had a discussion for.
Hell, you could have read it fucking 20 years ago, possibly.
Yeah, I mean at this point for sure.
When did this come out? I think it's old as fuck.
Yeah.
Let's see. Hello. Is this the front cover? Oh, that is the front cover.
Yeah. What else did I notice? I like the touch of like the Matrix little thing of him opening the window and it is a mirror, and I've been saying that shit the whole time of like people are windows and mirrors, but then when he goes to touch his reflection, it has like that ripple effect of when Neo is awoken to the reality, like there is no spoon type shit. And when he like the scratches on the doors, like someone's locked him in that room, and he has kind of like that surreal, like trippy thing, like his perception of like how he sees things, like there is like it's almost like a vertigo, like hallucination thing happening for him. And now like him taking pictures means something totally different to me now, because before I thought it was like him capturing moments of whatever he was lacking in his life. Now I think it's like a brink of his sanity. Like, is this real? I can take pictures, and like what I experienced in that time and moment, I know what I felt at that time, and I have this picture to document. The picture's not gonna lie to me. You know, that's like how I interpret that. And then like having those 6 pictures all representing one member, like a kind of like a totem or an avatar of like what every member had gone through leading up to this point, and how it all is kind of like wrapping all together. But him in his solitude in this like really nice house by himself. And I don't know what was in that jug. It looked like there was pills in that jug in the very beginning. Go way all the way back on the table. There's like a Gatorade bottle. Like it looked like it was pills, or something. You know, it's not a liquid. Yeah, it's definitely not a liquid.
Yeah, there's definitely. Yeah, it looks like there's pills here.
Yeah.
There's fire there.
Mm-hmm.
There's flour here.
Right.
There's an apple here.
Yeah.
There's a mirror.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's like there's all kinds of stuff that's happening.
And whatever they got him tracking, whatever like program treatment they got him feeding it into his ear, that's some kind of shit. I don't know what.
So you think someone's feeding something into his ear?
Yeah, like I feel like it.
I didn't get that the first time.
Yeah, that's what because it's also like he's in this place by himself, and I didn't think that at first, but until like when it goes to his bedroom or his quarters or whatever, and there's like scratches on the doors, like someone's locked him in here, like for his own good. But then I also look at that as kind of like an allusion to what's his name? I'm trying to get good with their names. J-Hope. Him being in that padded room.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? Like they're locking him in there.
Okay.
It's like a cell.
Okay.
And like the chain on the dresser and things like that. So it's like
chain on the dresser doesn't remind you of something else?
Well, like at first I was thinking more of like kind of like the chains on the phone booth, but I'm thinking for him and like a lot of the disassociation that they do, is it like a personality thing? Because in a dresser, where do you keep your dressers? Because a dresser is also called a wardrobe, and a wardrobe will ultimately a closet where you keep your skeletons.
Yeah.
So it's like, are you trying to bury who you are or what you want to avoid in the personalities of your life or whatever? Like in that kind of like play on words and that phrasing. But it's very particular. It's very specific that it's a wardrobe and and there's no closet in there per se. So it's like, you know, people keep their skeletons in the closet, and it's locked. But he is also locked in that room as well too. So,
yeah.
And him having kind of like that crazy like trippy psychosis thing as he's laying down, like some Alice in Wonderland bending reality type shit of like what's in that closet. what is he trying to hide, or what's being pointed in there. And then like the statues, as soon as he walks in here, like they're placed like if you were looking in terms of if that's representing like another piece of art altogether, but they're facing away from each other and he lies in the middle. So it's just like in the beginning when I first said like he had that family picture, I thought it was a family picture because we don't really see what that picture is in the very beginning. And like he is,
and I need you,
and he's missing something. And it's like we have the portrait down here of the mom and the baby, and I felt like he was missing some type of connection in his life altogether. And like having the mom and the baby in here, and having like these two statues pointing away from him, like a form of neglect, while he lays in the middle, is like an interesting thing too. That even he's not even getting attention from the inanimate objects that he could move if he wanted to. He can have them if he wanted to talk to them, I suppose.
Interesting.
But they're kind of facing away from him. Yeah, the mother, it's not there anymore.
That chair's on this side. The mother picture's not there anymore.
Right.
Now the chair's on that side, and the mother picture's not there.
But I don't think that's kind of like a follow thing. But
I think that was just a what is it?
Continuity.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Continuity.
I don't think that is continuity, because now it's obvious, like when these doors close, like something is going. He's locked in this room, and that's him trying to get out. And then we're about to have this Matrix, Alice in Wonderland trippy shit about to happen too. His reality is about to go fucking upside down.
Mm-hmm. All right. So before I say anything, do you want to say anything else about this whole thing?
I don't know. That's all it was. I was so focused on like not missing anything. I didn't put any more thought into just like, let me just see what I can see.
Okay.
Yeah, this is like really trippy.
So trippy.
Yeah.
I know.
And I wonder if this is his mind. Like actually like his mind, like, you know, Sherlock in his mind palace and things, because he has like all the Polaroids that he takes and from all the things that we've seen, because at the end of that hallway when he opens this door we see the picture, bro, and fucking what's his name is back there too.
Who?
Go back a couple seconds. There's a little peeky boo. Keep going. Yeah, just no, you're gonna have to slow mo it. Keep going. Look right by the closet. Ooh, who's that?
Oh my God! I have never seen that. What the fuck? Oh my God! JK paint what? I'm putting this on full screen. Let me see if I can. Do you guys see this? I have never seen the painting from JK's Begin. What the fuck? Are you actually kidding me? I have never noticed that. Ever. I have never noticed that back there. What the I've reacted to the storyline twice. And I have never... That's why when you're like, you might have to go slow, like that little peekaboo. I'm like, what are you fucking talking about? Oh my God. That makes sense though. That actually completely makes sense though, because, okay, I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to say it makes sense.
Yeah.
Every single thing in this room has to do with the members.
For sure. Or in this house.
This room.
Yeah.
The locked, and I was going to say this house because I was going to relate JK to that right there. I was going to relate that to JK.
Yeah.
But I don't have to relate that to JK because that fucking painting relates to JK. Right. Jesus Christ, I never even knew. I just was relating but the bird could be related to JK and RM, you know. So.
Yeah.
But okay, so in this room alone, you have the mom painting, which is J-Hope. You have the piano, which is Suga. You have that painting, which is JK. Or, you know, you can always do the bird outside. You have the locked armoire, which is the chained up thing, which would be like the phone booth, which is RM. You have the bloop, drop of water, which is Jimin. And then you have the scratches on the door, which is V.
Right.
And then that also kind of relates to the pictures at the end. Because the pictures at the end, except it does show you, and it shows you the apple, which kind of was rolling into the room. So it doesn't show you everything in this room, but there are 6 things in this room that actually do relate to every member.
I'm noticing something different as well too. So that portrait in that other room, that's not a mirror. That's a portrait in that same room.
Is it a portrait, not a mirror?
Look, it has the signature on there, and you see that signature very briefly when it's panning that first room that he's in. Right. It's not a mirror.
I didn't think it was a signature. I thought it was like I thought that was RM, and it's what in the.
No, yeah.
You
No,
know what I'm
I
saying?
agree. But when I was looking at it just now, that I'm focusing on it, it's the portrait. I thought that was a portrait in the other room. That was a mirror. But
I
it's
thought it was
portrait
a
now.
mirror
as well.
And it was the writing like the
Yeah.
RM thing. That's
Yeah,
what I
yeah.
thought it was. So this I see is RM. This one.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember who's who?
That's V.
V.
Yeah, he in his eye.
But who saw it?
Yeah,
Who else?
but I think J-Hope is the end.
You think this is J-Hope?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah,
Because I see this is J-Hope because it was at the end of his Mama video.
I agree.
And that was his, like, he smiled. That was, like, a
Right.
thing, and that's what appeared.
Right.
You said that's, I think, what he sees in his mind, not the
yeah,
forest.
yeah.
So that's why I think this is J-Hope.
I understand.
And then he was scratching, he's trying to scratch
Yeah, the
Abraxas
Yeah,
out or
yeah,
whatever. So I feel like maybe that's V.
Mm.
But technically, I could see how these two could be swapped.
You're right.
This could be V because of the picture of him and his mom that he crumbled. And this could be J-Hope trying to get out of that mental facility.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then this would have to be JK if this is RM. And then Jimin, Suga.
Yeah, and I put into more context on why I think that last one is J-Hope, because he's not ill, but he believes that he's locked up in this facility, and he eventually just walks out on his own accord.
He thinks he is ill.
No, I understand that.
Kind of.
But he
you
walks
know?
out of that on his own accord as well, too, on that door. But we also see on this door, we can't assume, or we could assume that those doors are locked, but he could just walk out.
Yeah, because he
He's
didn't
trapped
show
in his
that the
own.
doors were locked. He opened
Right,
them.
he opened them both ways, but they also closed by themselves as well, too. But to me, of what's encapsulating all together, I feel like that is more J-Hope, because are you really trapped? Are you really,
But you
ill or
also
crazy
think
and
it's
stuff?
J-Hope because you don't know the rest of the story.
For sure.
So-
And this is where we are to this point,
Yeah.
like right now. And it's like I'm looking at that picture again in that portrait, realizing that my instinct was like, oh, it's a mirror, but I didn't notice that signature until you paused it just now, because I knew, because that picture.
Yeah,
like
and once
more
again,
developed.
I didn't think it was a signature. I thought it was the writing on the the writing on the
he's
mirror,
done,
like
yeah.
what RM has done.
Right.
Is this here? Is it here? Tis here? No? Maybe not. Hello? Okay, Jesus.
I think
do
when he
you
gets
see
up,
that?
it's a little further in the beginning.
Yeah, okay, just kidding. See, look, it doesn't look like, I mean, I guess it is a painting. I thought it was a mirror, though.
Go back a little bit more. Does it show more? Because I feel like it showed more in the beginning.
It does, but I thought the panning is what you see the most of.
Yeah.
As far as that signature goes.
Yeah.
Right here. In a minute.
Yeah, when he takes the picture, yeah.
See, that looked like a mirror.
Yeah.
That is a mirror.
I agree. Yeah.
Because that's the table. That's the
Yeah.
scalloped edge
Yeah.
of the table. The shadow at the bottom of the table.
Mm-hmm.
So right now it's a mirror, but it isn't in a minute.
Because the signature's still there.
So it was a mirror.
Yeah, there you go. Right there.
It's not a signature. It's written. Something's
Yeah,
written
something's
in
written
Korean.
there. Yeah.
But that is a mirror.
That is a mirror,
So
yeah.
so something
Yeah.
is written in Korean, and that is a mirror. Yeah, so it's a mirror.
And the perspective of that picture is also different too. It's more of where he's sitting when
Yeah.
we see it at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But it moves so quickly. Like I thought it was
Yeah.
just like a signature on the picture.
Yeah. Crazy shit. And I find it interesting that like his symbol at the end, it's what used to be just black and all of this white, and now it's gray.
Right.
It's like everything's not black and white.
No.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So yeah, so what do you think as far as Jin's story goes? Because they've all been like kind of had this like pairing of some sorts, or like, and you do see, but he is like, he has everyone.
Yeah.
He has everyone in pictures. He has everyone in his room.
Mm-hmm.
He has, like represented in some way, shape, or form. And I really like what you said. I really liked what you said about you don't think that it's this anymore. You think that it's this. What was it?
Oh, that at first I thought he was like taking pictures to kind of like
These are our memories.
These are our memories at first, but now that I'm seeing like when he's by himself and like the reality that he does see, it's also like questioning back, like, was this real?
Was this real?
Was
Yeah.
this real?
I really liked what you said about that, where you're like, I don't think it's this anymore. I think it's him.
Yeah.
Questioning his own reality.
Yeah, for sure.
Interesting.
And I think it's like dealing with a lot of like different levels of mental health as a whole. Not to sound like preachy and PSA, like after school program type shit,
No,
but it's like we're starting to see different types of the different levels, to my understanding, because I don't know much about it, just based on what I've experienced and what I've researched for myself and people that I care about, of like a PTSD, like the mental illness that you deal with after experiencing traumatic situations, but then also dealing with these last, with the exception of like RM, of J-Hope, Jimin.
Oh, and the bed was J-Hope. I didn't say that before.
Right.
No, I said the picture of the mom was J-Hope, but it's not here right now.
No.
So I feel like this is either, this could be Jimin or J-Hope technically, this hospital bed.
Yeah.
Because it's not a bed. This is a really nice fucking house.
Right.
He obviously is in this rich house.
Yeah. But there's also the piano there too, you know?
Yeah.
So there's a lot of things that are alluding to a lot of other things.
Yeah. No, I was just thinking like the member representative.
What's the empty picture frame? Because that's constant. Mm-hmm. That's constant. Like as they pan through this room, because the mom picture goes away.
But that empty picture frame is still there.
Still there, yeah. But the statues are gone too of the couple.
Yeah, true.
Like away, so it's like, I wonder.
Sorry, I don't want to interrupt you.
No, and I wonder if it's one of these things of kind of like, is he dealing? Kind of like not an amalgamation of all their trauma and all their grief and all their illness and things like that, but it's like he's so enthralled in their life and his reality is so shifted that he's almost like absorbing all the issues of everyone else to connect with them, because he himself doesn't know how to cope, and all of them are hurt and damaged in a way, and he can't and we find, like, we'll say half, even though there's an odd number of them, half of them, it's without of their mental faculty, like it's out of their control, be it if it's a hereditary chemical imbalance, or if it's an an experience trauma, like with like PTSD or like their neglect and things like that, and he is like a combination of all of them. And I didn't want to get too like fanny into it, but J-Hope is like he's like the one that came up with everyone, like the last member to join, and he's influenced by everyone. Like he's been with them. He's the youngest, right? How old
J-Hope?
is this? Yeah, how old is this kid?
You mean JK?
JK, my bad.
Like, who? You mean in the real story?
Yeah.
He wasn't the last member to join, but he is the youngest. Yeah.
And he started when he was like 15?
Kind of. It was younger than that. He debuted when he was 15, but he started when he was like 13.
Yeah. And he had made that comment of like, he's like the best of all, or they are
like he thinks that he's probably like a manifestation of all of them together.
Yeah. And I don't know if that played into the story at all, but this is represented very, very well. That he has like
Jen here in the story.
Yeah, that there's those trinkets. And
you think he's a manifestation of that, or he's just consumed by that?
Well, it's not that he's consumed by that. That he does, like, his life, whatever he has experienced, like he's holding it, like this is his reality that he wants to create for himself. It's for his stability, for his growth and his development, and who he is as an individual, without like going on the brink of losing himself completely into madness or to sorrow or something like that. Like these pictures that he's taking is working for him on different levels, but what he's also holding on to, the symbols of what they mean to him, because we see these symbols being interacted and consumed differently from all the other members, but to him it's like a reminder of all of them for him, and it grounds him to an extent.
Why burn the petals?
That,
and why after burning the petals are you tripping balls? And why do you get up and try to open the window?
Because to try to be free, to try to escape. Because we don't know what this room is, and the illusion of, and look, now the statues are looking different places when they are there. They're looking towards the door. Like this one's looking towards the door, and this one's looking away as well. But like back when we were watching the Japanese version of what's the one? Is it Run? No, Run's where they're in the subway station. So for I Need You, where it's like all the life, that cycle of life and death, because if you're looking at the extremes of what we have all in common, we're born and we die, and flowers represent that cycle. So everything has a life cycle, even if it's short, but it is beauty, and you don't have to look at it that when it's gone. Him burning it in the I Need You video, he burns those flowers, but then there's that moment where he's in the window, he opens the shades and the sun comes in, and it's like in his heart that blooms, and that's eternal. So that like that love will never die.
Yeah.
And again, of like this kind of like self-destruct, because burning the flowers, like having the petals one and then burning them independently, that's like a path of like destruction. That's a conscious decision that you did, because those petals look fresh, because we all know what like wilted petals look like. Those don't look like wilted petals
at all.
And like when he first holds them in the beginning, it's like very sacred and very important to him, but they wind up burning in that video, and he burns it in this video.
Right.
But this, to me, it's just like in the Matrix that stands out to me, like to your point, like with the water in the mirror, which is
Jimin. But the bed could be Jimin.
Yeah, and I think like looking into that, I think this points more into like his mental state.
What is this real?
Right. And is this me? Like going back to Armin with he's sitting with his reflection. He's present with all of those things. And that's what he thinks about even when he's working. Because when we see him working on I Need You, he doesn't look like, oh man, I love my job. And he's not exactly like, well, I hate this job. It's just like, he's living somewhere else. Like where he is in his mind. I'm doing
what I have to do.
I'm going through these motions to do what I have to do to survive. But you can tell his heart and his mind and his soul are somewhere else. And you can see it in his face. Even when a dude like tipped him as an insult, he was just like, whatever, dude.
I didn't even see that as a tip. I saw it as a payment.
Right.
Here's your fucking money for the pump of my gas.
But to him, it was like whatever, man, because he winds up even burning the money at the end too. So it's just like that disconnect of just like whatever. This is a life that This is a point. This is a phase of my life right now. It's not the defining phase of who I am.
Right.
But I have to survive.
Whew. Y'all, it's getting good.
And I didn't realize the name of this film was called Awake.
Yeah, I said that at the very
You did
beginning.
say that, but it didn't register. Yeah, it didn't register.
So fun fact on the lyrics of this. Yeah. This is actually, I mean, obviously it has to do with the short film as well. You can even see, mentions petals,
right,
and stuff. But this is actually personal for him. He wrote it, and part of the meaning of this is, so you know how he started at like 2021. Everyone's been doing their thing in this company, training, it just singing or dancing since they were fucking kids. Yeah. He just learned from scratch at like 20 how to do all these things. Right. So he's like, maybe I'll never fly, type of thing. And he's like, he feels that he is not at the level of the others. Right. And it's
almost like imposter syndrome. I don't even belong here.
Kind of in a way, which is crazy, because you see him and he's like, yeah, I'm worldwide handsome. It's like, this like confidence, but it's like he's embracing that, and just he's owning it and making it his thing, and then kind of as a humor thing, because that's what he does. He loves to humor us and make us smile and laugh, and makes him feel good if he makes others feel good.
Definitely.
But deep down he's like, I'm not as good as the others, and should I be here type of thing.
Right. And even when he talks about like how he got signed, like him getting off the bus and he's like, I'm handsome and they saw me from far away. And that's how I'm here. And that, it's just like a shtick, and it's like the joke that they have with him. But I can also see as well too, like again, a lot of these kids have been doing it since they were kids. And it was just like fate that they saw him out in the street. Yeah. And it's just like, wow. But he does have all the skill set.
Yeah, he does.
He has the skill set. He may not realize it, like when they picked him up and things like that. But
let me just let you know that later on he has a song called Epiphany. So
and he wakes up.
Yeah. So Awake is just kind of like his self-doubt, and then later on we will watch a video called Epiphany as part of the storyline.
Cool.
So yeah. Okay. Well. Anyway, I feel like I need to turn this fan on.
Yeah, it's getting hot.
It's getting hot. It's getting hot up in here. Okay. If I forgot to mention anything, please let us know down below. But please don't spoil shit.
Yeah, don't spoil shit.
Don't be that person. Save that shit for your mama. Don't be that person. I will delete comments if I see it, but please don't make me. I would just hate to like not be on top of it, and he happens to read a comment that I didn't get a chance to delete yet, and the fucking shit's spoiled for him. You know what I mean? So please don't be that person. I'd appreciate that. Please, please, please like, comment, and subscribe. Let us know down below where your thoughts were in the storyline so far. Like, at this point, what were you thinking at this point? Where was your brain at this point? Yeah, I think at this point, I still wasn't 100% sure what was going on, because remember, I was like, did V die after Young Forever? I was like, did V die? Right. And then after Begin for JK with the wings at the end, I'm like, did fucking JK die? Because it sounded like he got hit by a car. So I'm like, did he die? And then with Jimin's, I'm just like, with him with the things rising, I'm just like, what the did Jimin die? Like, what is happening? So like, yeah, I don't even know if I can remember exactly where I was mentally with all the members. I put the pieces of the puzzles together with the different pictures and all this stuff, and I was able to do that, but I'm like, I don't remember if I even like knew, okay, this is where I think we are so far, because I was like, I there's so much going on, I don't even fucking know. I don't even know if they're alive or dead. I don't even fucking know. Right. So that's kind of, I think, where I was at at this point in the storyline when I reacted to it like 5 fucking years ago.
And when you've mentioned that in a couple videos of like where reactors were at the time and shit, and I was just like, that is so ridiculous. Not that it's a hating thing or an opinion, but it's just like, there's a story. Like, why are they going to kill everybody like right
Well, not that they're killing everybody right now, but like, like what happened between now and then, and like where did we get, how did we end here?
I need you as like the beginning of the end.
I didn't know that at first, though. You know what I mean?
I got that like right away. Like,
of course you did. Shut up. You always get it right away.
But I'm just like, damn, this is the end. Like, this is what we're leading up to. So they're obviously.
You didn't get that at the beginning, because at the beginning you're like, what happens next? There has to be repercussions for
sure. Shit. Somebody's going to jail.
like you can't do all these crimes.
Murder and arson, bro.
Murder and arson. Someone's going to jail. So at first you were, I think, waiting to see what's next, and then now that you've seen, wait, there hasn't been a next yet.
There hasn't.
That has to be the end then.
Yeah.
Right. So you didn't get it at first, but that's only because you didn't know what was next yet.
Right.
Now that you've seen all these videos, you're like, that's got to be the end.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. All right. So, yeah, that's. I keep saying that's it, and then we keep talking. So that's it.
That's it.
I think maybe unless I talk more. So yeah, please like, comment, and subscribe. Let us know your thoughts on everything so far, where we're at so far, and yeah, we will see you guys in the next one. I hope you guys are enjoying.
Yeah.
Bye.
Laters.
Da 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 da.